We got the groove with the music, don't suck. Come.
Hi, welcome back to the studio here in Stockholm, MMAnytt. We've got a couple of new guests. We've got Waldo Zapata back again, an expert commentator here in Sweden. And Brad Pickett, you're not new to being to Sweden. You've been here a few times before, correct?
Yeah, I've been here a few times. It's like my second home.
Yeah, he was Swedish.
And Mr. Brown.
I know Swedish I can speak, though. It's still bad words.
Say it. Come on. It's okay, you're in Sweden right now.
I'll take
Is it that bad?
Fita.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Sorry. Cut. Mr. Brown, do you know any Swedish?
No, none, zero.
No?
Don't learn it from him, though.
No.
Yeah, that's all I can pass on.
I don't learn, no.
We had you in here in the studio last year where you won Fight of the Night in Globen, and we had you both in our studio in Vegas, and it's one of the funniest interviews I've ever conducted. And I want to go back to that actually. First of all, how's the gaming going?
I'm still hardcore, you know, I'm still on it. Yeah, I've been gaming this morning.
What did you play?
On World of Warcraft, the same thing. Just so geeky.
I went and worked out while he was playing, of course, and I come back and I'm like, always joking, oh, so what'd you do while I was gone? Just because I know he doesn't leave the seat. He's just like,
yeah, it just passes the time. Passes the time.
But you play with him now?
no, not really. Well, he plays World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Let me help you guys with that.
No, he plays on his computer.
And
I'll play on the PlayStation.
He plays Call of Duty on the PlayStation. I go and play with him to help him along. I play Call of Duty for some time, but I play on the laptop normally because that's where real players play first-person shooters on the laptop.
So you would say you're more UFC of gaming versus him is more on the local scene?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I know I'm like world champion level compared to he's like grassroots amateur.
I don't know.
No, I can give him
like
that.
girlfriend
He's
bad?
really good. He's really good at Fight Night. That was his game. He kicked my ass in that.
Oh, yeah.
You're done with that now, right?
Yeah, when I get on one game and I'll stay with it. He kind of jumps around a little too much for me.
He's a little bit more of a faithful guy, I would say, versus...
Yeah.
Now,
Although with Warcraft, he's like...
I've been playing that game for like 8 years, so like I've stuck to that. But with him, yeah, he would play something beyond enjoyment to be good at it. You know.
You do the same thing with Warcraft.
No, but I'm good at it. But it's different. You play a game. You start off a game. You may not be good at it to start off with, and people will be naturally better than him just because of playing
Naturally
games.
better. He just tries to act like
Yeah,
he
no,
has
but
this gift. He's
yeah.
gifted at video games.
It's true
You
though.
guys fight as well, don't
It's
you?
retarded.
Like, you guys fight as well, or is it just... I heard.
What?
Like mixed martial arts?
Yeah,
What,
I mean,
in the
you do
game?
that, right?
No, in real life.
In real life?
Yeah, you do a little bit of training. That's why you're here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Every
Yeah.
now and then, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, in between gaming. Yeah.
Yeah, you do a little bit
In between World of
I
Warcraft.
remember last time, not so long ago, they had a StarCraft tournament in the Globen, so that's what I thought I was here for, actually.
Actually, in fact, you're fighting on Saturday night.
Yeah.
A guy, his name is Mike Easton. You're not gaming on Saturday night. Just wanted to make that clear.
Okay, right. I have to make sure with my guild then.
Yeah.
It was funny, after the fight last year, you were really happy you said that you won Fight of the Night because now you can buy a car. You didn't have a car for a long time. To which Dana White rolled his eyes and said, Brad, you can definitely afford a car.
Depends on the car.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
How's the finances at this point?
I don't have a car. You know? And I think I won another bonus since then. And
You did?
Yeah, I did, in England.
Not
Yeah.
that night.
To be honest, the car wasn't on my list anyway. I want to buy myself a house, and so I'm trying to save up and get a nice chunk of a nice deposit and stuff like that. But it's not as easy. You get taxed a lot, so so I'm trying to do it for do a business. It's all getting tied up and stuff.
Do you have a house?
I live with my girlfriend. It's her house, but we're looking to buy a house. I'm getting married this year, the end of this year, so that's costing me money as well. So
You need a bonus, man.
But he could afford a car.
Yeah. I can afford a car.
He acts
yeah.
like
But I don't
when
need
he
a
said
car.
He acts like he couldn't afford it, but he could afford a
Yeah,
car.
I can afford it. If I want to buy a car, I could buy a car. But for me, in London where I live, it's not priority. You know, I'm not there all the time. When I go to train, I train the American top team, so I don't need a car as such. You know.
Mike Easton, very, very tough guy. He won Fight of the Night. Should have won, sorry, in Tennessee when we saw him fight Jared Papazian.
Yeah.
He's also another tough fighter. Talk to us about Mike. How do you feel about him? Do you think you can stop him within 3 rounds?
To be honest, I have the ability to stop anyone in my weight division within 3 rounds, but at this level it's not easy to stop everyone because, you know, we're all world-class athletes. It's not easy nowadays to definitely finish someone, but everyone has the ability, you know, to finish someone. That's why they're here, because UFC want people who finish fights and stuff like that, you know. They don't like people who always go to decision, so I think anyone within the UFC is capable of finishing fights. My plan this Saturday, well, yeah, obviously try and finish the fight. He's a tough opponent. And if I don't finish the fight, it'll be a good fight because I'll be trying to finish it from the get-go. So with him, he likes to come forward, I like to come forward. So we're just going to probably clash, and then one of us is going to have to, you know, back down, go on the back foot a little bit, you know. Otherwise, we're just going to, it'll be like a little...
Hamster wheel?
Yeah.
2 things. That little hamster's fight, if you ever watch hamsters fight, like the
Yeah,
roll
see, that's
around.
not really... I'd like to see
Well, I know we're small. It's
gonna be a
quite
hamster.
Like, come on, really, man?
Hey, I'm the same weight class. Huh?
Yeah, well.
But there's 2 things I wanted to bring up. One of them was what we spoke about yesterday, which was fight of the night. Some people consider it great, but some people say, I don't want fight of the night. That means I got beat up because it was a close fight. You've had a few fight of the nights. How does it affect you? Do you go out of the fight?
I got a fight night against the Master Page. I didn't feel like I got beat up at all. I thought it was the other way around. I thought I'd done really well, but it was competitive. He took me down. It was like, you know, it makes you. I like being involved in those fights. You know, where it brings the best out of you. A fighter, if you're only good when you're winning, you know, it just shows, you know. But if you could overcome someone who's beating you, it shows you a good strength, and you always want to push and try and win the fight, you know. Some people are really good when they're winning, and as soon as they start getting beat, they crumble.
Yeah.
Where I'm not that person. If I get beat, I'm still, I'm going to hang in here, and I'm going to try and finish this fight no matter what, you know, and come back, you know. So I like being involved in fight nights. I like being involved in those sort of fights. If anything, I'd rather be in them type of fights than one that I just are so one-sided.
And Sebastian, what we spoke about here when we had some other guests in, is about not just to physically know someone's abilities, but mentally. You guys have been friends for a long time, you trained together for a long time. How important is it to have someone that knows you that well in the corner? And how do you feel, Mike, about being there with Brad and knowing his size and temper and mental game?
I think it helps a lot, especially where you can call for techniques to use because you know exactly what he's good at and what he's not good at. You don't sometimes if you don't know the fighter, everything that he does, and you're coaching him, you know, you don't want to call for him to do something and he's terrible at that. You know, like if you're saying, oh, you know, you got to use overhand right or something like that, he's wide open for it. But if the guy never throws overhand right, then, you know, it's a terrible coaching advice. But if you know each other really well, and then it's like I know everything Brad's good at and what he's bad at as well, so it's easy to, like, you know, coach him.
Does that leave you frustrated if he doesn't do it and you know he's good at it? Like if you're like, please, I know you hit that overhand right. Why are you not throwing
I
it?
mean, for the most part, I think, well. But usually, you know, you ask him twice, he'll at least give it a try, what you ask, you know, and see if it works or not. I think so. But I guess it does happen sometimes.
Both of you, a special moment in either one's of your fight, training camp, something that stood out to you that every time when you think of Brad, that's where you go to. Brad, same for Mike.
You go first.
No, you go first.
You can tell. When someone goes, you go first.
You go first.
What is the question again?
Definitely fighters in the studio
No,
today.
it's one moment that I remember of him.
That
Like,
stands out, like
a special moment.
I got a feeling which one you might say. But there's
Really?
quite a few that you might say about me. I probably know more that you might say about me than what I'm
oh, about something
special.
special. Funny
Well,
moment.
he's got a couple of he's got a bunch of what I call Brad-isms.
Oh, yeah.
We'd love to
There's
hear
two.
this.
When you
There's
know someone-
Brad-isms and there's also Brad science.
Wow.
Brad science is what he thinks is going on, the, like, scientific reasoning for something happening that's, you know, his idea, which is usually pretty far from the truth. And then just Brad-isms is just off-the-wall
Is that
facts.
the result?
Yeah, Brad-ism, one of my favorites, I actually, like,
this is gonna
we were driving down the street, we were talking about sparring, and I was like, you know, I'm getting away from my body shots, you know. But man, I used to drop a lot of dudes with a left hook to the body. You know, I'm like, and he's like, I really like the right hand to the body. And I'm like, really? I don't know, man. That liver shot, that left hook to the body, that liver shot is the one. He's like, well, you got 2 livers. And then I go, and he goes, but he,
Really?
so I'll be real. He was like, wait, no, you don't. No, you don't. But I pulled the car over. I pulled the car over, like, what did you just say? I really had to make it a point.
I
to give him
corrected
a hard
myself
time.
straight away. I meant 2 kidneys.
No, I didn't.
I did.
You meant 2 livers.
I got, yeah. Nah.
So
well.
his nickname may be One Punch, but he has 2 livers. That's for sure.
Whoa, that is a good one.
Yeah, 1 punch, 2 livers.
We're gonna leave it at that. 1 punch, 2
2
livers.
livers.
I have to say, guys, as much entertainment as it is to watch you inside of the octagon, it's just as much entertainment to have you outside of it as well.
Brad-isms, man. Brad-isms.
Yeah.
It's the way forward.
Thank you guys for coming into the studio.
It has been hunted since the beginning of man. It has challenged us to become better, faster, and more determined. Failure is part of the game, but never accepted. But as sweet as it may taste in the end, it's the pursuit that defines those in it. Here's to victory. Next chance to join the chase.
Betta live i mobilen. Nu dubblar vi din första insättning.
betsafe.com. In it to win it.